Good morning. I don't know if have I got audio? It's just told me I don't have audio. For fuck's sake. Well, when somebody comes in, let me know if you can actually hear me. Good morning. Welcome to another professional stream on a Monday morning. It's professional stream with Shel Staruni. The 9th, in case anybody was wondering. It's the 9th of January. There's actually a sunshine out. There's actually, one person, please. I hope you've got doodahs. Can you hear me? Because it's just told me I've got no audio and something else which I couldn't be bothered to read. I just came in. Yeah, we've actually got sunshine today. It was peeing it down yesterday, but I can tell you something. I went out in my long, it's like a long sleeping bag, Barber coat. Oh, you can hear me. Oh, yeah, lovely. Thank you. It's so long. It's like wearing a sleeping bag, and it's so waterproof. It's fantastic. Yeah, thanks to someone who recommended that on Insta. It's amazing. Yes, came back literally dripping. We had to put our coats in the bathroom upstairs because it on the towel rail, it dripped onto the floor. Bizarrely, the coat dried out really quickly, but the fur was still wet last night. The coat was fine, so it's like the fur bit isn't waterproof, which is kind of like a what do you call it? Like a defect in the plan, really, isn't it? Anyway, it's amazing. Yes, good morning. Oh God, honestly, I've just been. It was gone 9 when I got up and I had to go in the shower. I've only had one cup of tea, so F knows what this is going to be like. I've just downing some latte with coffee in it. What does that mean? Cold. Oh, what do you call it? Coffee cold. Oh God, this is going to be a nightmare. Cold iced coffee. Okay, just relax. Sorry. Yeah. So and then someone called me and I knew I had to take the call, and I just talking really quickly at her, yeah, I've had that message, yeah, it's fine. And she was going, oh yes, so they should have said, yeah, I've got that message. Right, time to relax. Right, let's just say good mornings. Good morning, Limelight Binti. Good morning, Mama Five Sons. Great if you can hear me. Good morning, Sam. And Sam. Good morning, Sam and Sam. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Junie. Good morning, Catherine. And good morning, RJ. I hope everyone's well. How was your weekend? Catherine, have you been out sourcing incredible stuff from auctions? I'm sure you have. Right. Oh, sorry, that was a bit loud. Oh, hair. Oh, piss. For God's sake. Look at that. This happened the other week, and it's like, now that looks like I should be a creature hopping through the forest, that thing on the back. Yesterday, I was ready to buzz it off because someone said to me, to be honest, I really liked your hair short. I was like, thank you. And Tom was looking like daggers. Don't tell her that, because he hates it short. But I can't. It's just getting worse and worse. And this morning in the shower, I thought, oh, there will be some actual reselling content shortly. Bear with. I thought, oh, I've got a top idea. I was washing it. I thought I'll slick it, because I was doing that. I was like, oh, I could slick it back. I just have it all slicked back. That's what I'll do. And then I got out of the shower I thought it was all slicked back, and it was literally up on end like that. That's what my hair thought slicked back was. It won't go. It just it doesn't want to go there, so it doesn't. It's just like a thick. It's like a thatch. And now I've got that at the back. Oh, I don't know what to do with it. I really want to shave it off. Anyway, back, just leaving that aside, and back to some things to talk about. Sam, sourcing. Oh yes, that's the topic, isn't it? Sourcing, and I've got a mini what's going out because it's mini. And sorry, the light's dreadful as well, isn't it? Can I do anything about that? Can it help if I point this way? Oh, it does actually. Yeah, it does help. I've got a mini, what did I say? A mini what's going out. Oh, mini haul. and we'll chat about sourcing. Yeah, Sam, sourcing dire up this end. So when did I say? Oh, I saw your live on Insta or stories with the Rohan coats were refined though. They were good, but obviously you need plenty of them, don't you? Yeah, how is everybody else's sourcing? Catherine, not yet, but a few bids in for today and tomorrow. I'm trying not to bid. In our auction that we go to, there's a load of Hermes silk scarves, like, you know, someone's collection or something. I'm assuming it's someone's genuine collection and they've checked it. Excuse me. But I've got a feeling that because there's so many of them, it's like when there's lots of gold, it attracts you know, it could attract overseas buyers, anything, when there's a collection of them, because it's worth them bidding on lots. I think they'll, and I don't know anything about those sorts of things. If they were like cheap, then you know, you can take a punt on something, but I don't, yeah, so I was tempted because also they're light, so I'd be able to pick them up and bring them back on the train, but I don't know. Might try and go out so I don't watch it, because otherwise I'll bid, because I know what I'm like. So I might try not to bid on the auction. So there's also a really nice gold. Well, I think it could be one second. There's a gold Albert watch chain with a T-bar. Oh my God. And it's about 40 grams or something. So it's going to be hundreds. But it's right up my chavvy street. So I need to not look at it. Junie, I see Whatnot is now available in the UK. Have you thought about applying to sell on there? Not yet, Junie. I've heard about that, but is it for particular, I don't know where I read this. I thought it was for particular areas at the moment, which was, is it for cards, like gaming cards? Gaming cards? Is that swappy cards? What, you know what I mean? Like Pokemon-y type things. And something else at the moment, and not the stuff that I could go on with. If not, oh no, I don't think I've got enough stock these days to do it. When I was doing jewelry, I could have done it. I don't think I've got enough stock to do something like that at the moment. I would have done with jewelry, unless I use it to get rid of, I've got a lot of jewelry left. Speaking of which, I'll show you a couple of bits I've got going out. I'm decluttering a lot of stuff on Vinted, and I did share, I normally don't put it on, but I did share my Vinted. It's Shelster-Rooney. If you Google Vintage Shelster-Rooney or Shelster-Rooney Vinted, you'll get me, because I did share onto my Instas the other day, because I'm decluttering out a lot of stuff. And so there's stuff on there for, scroll right the way down, there's stuff on there for £3. There's, I'll show you, there's a few bits going out that, thank you, I don't know if I'm meant to say your name, but somebody picked up, and like, oh, I know that name from a little while back. And yeah, I'll show you. So there's some bargains on there. Right, who have I missed? Good morning, Jewel. I'm not much sourcing Friday. You've not been well though, have you? I hope you're all better now. Good morning, Queenie. Nice to see you. Sam, finally forcing myself to use Death Pile instead of sourcing. Oh, there was a lot of chatter about death piles on Insta the other day. I was like, what's going on now? Because honestly, you know how some people get upset about, oh, it's not a death pile, it's a money pile. Who gives a shit? Like, you know, like, that's, why do you care? This is how I say it, what someone's got in their own personal house and how they run their business, to be honest. Like, if they've got a pile, they can call it whatever, they can call it the shit pile if they like, you know, it's in there, it's nothing to do with you. I don't know why, I mean, I don't know why people get upset by that. Yeah, because there's just a tiny word on that topic. It's interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes when you've got lots, for me, when I've got lots of stuff, sometimes it ends up getting under my skin and I want to clear it. But then if you can't find stuff and you're trying to list a certain amount a day or over a week, it can be really blooming useful to have a bit of a pile that you can take from. Or if you're poorly or something, you know, too poorly to go out, but you could, you know, manage a few listings. Really blooming useful. Oyo Peter, Oh, see you later, Sam. Happy Monday. Catch up later. Oh, good luck treasure hunting. Good morning, Rosie. Jewel, I'm struggling to source enough to list. What's your, do you have a listing goal per week or day? Each time I go out, I'm only getting a few things, so I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time. It is time consuming. That's definite. Yeah, because you've got to travel there as well. And obviously you have to have a coffee usually while you're out, you know, so it's a bit of time. I'm probably more picky than I used to be there. Same, right, absolutely the same. And the thing is, though, overall, I feel like that's helping us because I still want to grab lots of stuff to make it feel like it was worth the trip. But then what's the point of having stuff that's going to hang around for 2 years? Like absolutely doing your head in. I'm trying to just buy stuff that I know sounds ridiculous, that I know will actually sell rather than, oh, that's really cheap, so I'll buy it in case. You know what I mean, I think. Oh, Julie, there's vintage clothing, jewellery and lots of other categories on there. I didn't know that. I'm surprised I'm not hearing more about it. If you have a look on the site, from what I can see, anyone can apply to sell, but they do ask for pics of what you sell. That's interesting, isn't it? I wonder if you can just do a couple of one-off. I don't know. It's a different way of working, isn't it? And at the moment, because I'm being picky, I'm not getting stuff cheap. But I do have a lot of jewellery left, which I kind of, there's some still going on. I haven't been adding any new bits to clear on Vinted, but there's some old stuff on there that's cheap. Good morning, Simon. Listening whilst packing. Well done. Jewel, just 5 a day at the moment. Would like to do more if I could source it. Yeah, so at the moment I'm just I'm hoping to be able to pick up. And it probably doesn't sound, when I was doing jewelry, this would sound like nothing. Like this would be a day's worth. But now I'm being really picky with what I pick, with what I source. 25 bits a week I'm looking for. That's all. And when you've got other stuff being, you know, taking your time away in the week, that's actually, when you're being picky, it's quite hard to find 25 decent bits a week. You know, that for me, that's going to, you know, I can get my money back and make at least a 10 on each item. Yeah, it's, but you have to spread your net far and wide, I think. I mean, I go to places I didn't used to go. That sounds strange, that I didn't used to go to. And there's places that I feel like I shouldn't waste my time on. Yeah, I would, if I could find more than that, I would take more than that as well. Good morning, Kate. Is that a new name? Welcome, if so. Or did I miss Antoinette in? I think I did. Good morning, Antoinette. Did I miss anyone else? Good morning, Rachel. I've done surprisingly well from buying cheap lots at auction for £2-3. Yeah, see, our minimum at our auction. Do you mean auction house or auction? Have you been buying from Whatnot? Because our auction house, I think the minimum's £8, or is it £5 per lot, plus obviously the percentage. It's not a cheap auction house, and nothing starts at that. Nothing starts at that. Yeah, I would love a cheap auction house near me, but yeah, our one is not. Our auction house, yeah, ours is. Where are you? Are you up north? Because I know, like Midlands, there's some good, and up north there seems to be some. But it feels a bit like our auction houses are like the chances, like they're so expensive. Yeah, they're really expensive, and I'm terrible with them as well. Like I will, because. Yeah, Chris and Catherine, they buy from this auction house, but then when they go to their one, is that Midlands where you go? My geography is awful. They're so cheap in comparison. So cheap. So what's that you're buying as well, Rachel? Is that jewellery, or what have you been buying at £2 to £3 out of interest? Right, so, excuse me. Yeah, so for me, sourcing, let's have a look. What did I say? Oh, now this is a thing as well. Is anybody doing RA? Because obviously it's the sales time. I have to kind of resist a bit. Although, having said that, one of the things I've got going out was from RA, but from about a year and a half ago. But for me, it does, the sort of RA that I would do is a kind of having to sit on it for a while. So that most of it sells out and then you can sell yours later. I think the best RA, the kind of RA that people do on Amazon, is where it flips over quickly. That would be able to cope with, but I haven't put my mind to that. So I'm a kind of like, buy something and go, oh Christ, I've sunk a lot of money into that and now I'm going to sit on it for 2 years. So I even looked yesterday, even though knowing I'm not meant to be doing that this year. Unfortunately, the place where I would have got some stuff from has not got a sale on at the moment. I was like, thank God, to be honest, because I'd have bought otherwise. I would have happily gone, bought. There's another, some of the ladies were talking about on Vinted Thrift Plus, which I did. This is how easy I'm saying. It's not RA, but it seems to be like an online thrift store. So I did go onto that the other night and bought some stuff, because they've got an end of year sale on like 60% off. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been, the prices would have been too high. But I'm like, it's worked out like £7, just under £7 an item, and that's what I pay down here. Like, if I'm lucky. So I'm like, yeah, I'll have some bits off of that, like clothing. Oh yeah, Norfolk, Catherine. Is that the Midlands? My geography is terrible. Rachel, they don't start at that price. Oh, it's the things they can't sell and get desperate down south. Yeah, see, ours still, like, it's the stuff that doesn't sell still is that you can buy it at the end, but it's still at the starting bid price, and the starting bid price, yeah, like they wouldn't go below their minimum. Bundles of ceramics, vintage patterns, all sorts. Tends to be the lots towards the end of an auction. Yeah, Catherine gets some good bundles. Jules, Oscar and Rachel. Yeah, ours is, you can go down there, but we bid online. East Anglia. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know it's a place. still doesn't. Let's not talk about geography. Good morning, Chris. Kate, are the free listing on Nextdoor or Freecycle any good, or is the quality not there? Our personal, like, I'm not on Nextdoor, but I'm in a Freecycle group in my local area, which has been, it's brilliant. Like in fact, actually, so that sofa, that sofa was from Freecycle, and it's like it's a really expensive sofa so it was like especially done for them in Wokingham, and the person that I literally just had to pay a man with a van, I took around a bottle of wine or something to say thank you. She said she had to get rid of it because she needed to get a sofa bed, and she had it made for her, and I know the place in Wokingham. How did I go into this? Oh yeah, this is our Recycle for Free group, and yeah, it's a really nice sofa, and we've had all sorts for ourselves. However, our group, and somebody collected something yesterday. It's brilliant for getting rid of stuff as well, but it's not for resale. Like, that's one of their rules. So, but I don't think all groups are like that. But ours is particularly like, you can't. That's one of the rules. It's not for resale. But I think some are, and I think people have had some good stuff as well. Personally, I couldn't give a stuff if somebody's taking something from me. I don't care what they do with it. I'm just happy that it's going. Good morning, Nina. Why do I know your name? Is it from Insta? Welcome. Oh no, I was chatting to yes. Hello. You were in George's chat yesterday, weren't you? Where is George? He's not here, is he? We've got the same jumper on. Is yours Top Man? I think mine's Top Man or Burton or something. Right. Yeah, so I've done a little bit of online. At the moment, it's all charity shops for me sourcing. And I'm happy to report. Now, this is a bit of good news, to be honest. And so if you've been following me for a little, most of you will know what a twat I was in the summer. I'm like, oh, sales are really slow. I'm not really going to do much in the summer. I'm just going to source, not list, and I'll make up for it in Q4, not realizing how much slower this Q4 will be than usual. I mean, it was a reasonable time, but a reasonable time for normal times, not Q4 times. Yeah. So, however, the thing I am happy to report is I am back on track. And I looked at the last 3 months on my QuickBooks, and I am back on track with figures. Like, there with profit-wise, there was a good grand a month, which is all I'm looking for. It's all I need, and profit. And so obviously I would have had some stuff from the car boot stockpiled. Yes, I did have that. But since then, I've only been able to really source at charity shops, auction. I haven't been doing that much on the auction either, because I've got to carry it back on my bike, like on the train and then on my bike. Yeah, online. I managed to source anywhere else. I've got a couple of jumble sales. Yeah, that's it. And I'm back on track. Last 3 months, I'm like, right, well, I can take that as if I've managed it for 3 months on the trot. I can take that as I'm back on track. So I'm pretty relieved, because I was thinking, oh, I don't think I can do it anymore. I don't know what, things have changed. I don't know if I can a lot of people have been like questioning themselves, like, can I even resell anymore? Can I make this work? Yes. So and the boots aren't even on at the moment. So I'm chuffed to bits with that. So that's a good piece of news. Hello, Dave. You been saucy? Yes, always. Oh, Nina, yes, was my dad's getting a 30-kilogram baby clothes tomorrow. Oh, that's interesting. Who was asking me about? Someone was asking me about selling kids' clothes, actually. And I believe, there's, I don't know if it's lots of bundles, but I guess, there's profit everywhere, isn't there? Blah-de-da. Yes. So what have we got? Right, I'm going to show you, mini what's going out and a mini what I picked up at the weekend, which is mostly for us. Yeah. So this is some of my, these are going out to somebody through Insta, not through Insta, through that I said, look, I'm clearing lots of my stuff out on Insta, lots of stuff from £3, and so thank you if you're watching and you found that. And so this is literally going out for, this is an example, if you want some bargains, this is literally going out for $9.99 plus ship, because it's vintage. And this I originally got from Sam, who's not here now, for me, and I don't wear it anymore, and the girls didn't want it. So that's a Jules, quilted padded coat, jacket. This Connie was wearing and doesn't want anymore, and that's like a Sherpa line, but it's just Gap. That's quite cool. And this was just it's just something I picked up beginning of last summer, I think. It's just a Marks and Sparks long line cardi. But yes, I am decluttering, so go and check that out if you want anything of that kind of bargainous. And 2 things on eBay. Obviously no sales on Etsy or Depop, although few likes on Depop, few likes on Etsy. I've got a review now on Depop, and I've got a review on Depop, and I've got a review on Etsy now, but still no more sales. So I've got to keep plugging away at it and trying to make it work this year. So there are some things I'll still put on eBay, and here's a couple of them. So this is the RA I was talking about. So I would have had a load of these. It cost £12.40, I think, and has gone for £55 free ship. I think that's going GSP somewhere. Yeah, that's going GSP somewhere. So yeah, reasonable profit in that. If this isn't too bad because it's thin to store, but and I got this kind of like a wholesale price and probably in the sale. So, but if you can imagine, quite a lot of these that I'd bought, it's quite a bit of money tied up, and I can't operate that way really. Anyway, that's going out on eBay. And then also I had a, did I show you this last week? I did a little haul on Insta, and it might have been on there, and it is on my grid if you want to see it. Might have been on there. I picked this up for £7.99 from Oxfam, of all places, in an expensive area. It's got all the Anchor, I was going to say fleeces then, flosses, wools. And it turns out this is Calf Facet. We had a conversation about this, didn't we? Maybe it was on Insta. So it's like a cushion cover, cross stitch. So I paid £7.99, and it was a special for Good Housekeeping. And so it's been on a few days, and somebody offered me £45 free ship. So I said, go on then, that'll do. So yeah, nice quick turnover, and that's exactly the sort of thing I'm happy to sell on eBay, because I feel like less scammers are buying cross stitch kits. I don't know, but they do like clothing and jewelry. In fact, somebody did say, how are we doing on time? I haven't been on too long, have I? Oh, 10:35, fine. Somebody on Insta did say they must buy their postage off, not through eBay, so they have to put their tracking in. And if they haven't put their tracking in on a regular basis, someone will say they haven't received something. When they check tracking, they have, and they put the tracking in and then they disappear. It's like, wow, that's just one person that is regularly being hit up by a scammer because she hadn't put the tracking in, and then when it goes in, it disappears. It's because it had been delivered after like a couple of days. I mean, that's outrageous. That, for me, shows how many scammers there are just waiting on eBay to catch you out, which pisses me off. Right. Oh, Nina, yes, do very well as long as they're in good condition. Well, that's really good. Junie, Sophia, SB Reselling, got a load of kids' clothes from a friend to sell, and she's doing pretty well selling it through, although she'd never sold kids' clothing before. That's interesting, because a lot of people steer away from it. Oh, yeah, I'm being a twat, hence the name. That's what I started doing, Nina's Tiny Treasures. But love other bits now, like teddies and children toys. So fun. Yes. Did I show you, or was that on Insta, this little bear I picked? I couldn't help it. This little bear, it's a Boyd's bear. And I thought a Boyd's bear, I think some of them are collectible, but it's like everything, isn't it? This one's probably made so that, more affordable. So he's only worth about £12 to £15, but look at his little dungarees. So I paid £4.50 for him. Shouldn't have done that. I'd love to sell more soft toys. I do sell the odd one, but I'd love to. I know that George is really Thrifty Georgie. Is, if anybody wants to follow him, he's really up on the soft toys. Peter streamed for 24 hours. What are you talking about now? And no, because I'm going out. Nina, cross-stitch stupid offers on mine. So stupid low. See, I didn't have offers on it. I just stuck it on. I stuck it on at 55 free ship. 5 watches straight away, and I just sent offers of 50, and then this person said, would you accept 45? And I thought about it for 24 hours. So I was like, I'll just see if anyone wants to take it at 50. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So, but yeah, I go through phases of like, oh, I'll put best offer on. Oh, I'm taking it off because I know that you can set it, but you know what I mean. some. Yes, that happens to me regularly. This week listing is Peter Fagan's teddy bears. Oh, I thought you were doing a joke on Peter then. Nina, oh, Disney is the best. Yeah, see, I used to pick up lots of the Disney with the Disney store stamps, but they're not all... You've got to be clever with those as well, haven't you? And again, of course, depends how much you put. Everything depends on how much you're picking it up for. And I suspect you're much better off picking that sort of stuff up at the Boot or a Jumble than the charity shops for it to be viable. Oh, it's Peter. Peter's not streaming for 24 hours, is he? Junior Peter, it needs to be at least 25 hours now to beat Bolfine's challenge. I don't know about Bolfines, but I heard of him because when George said that he joined him and got loads of listing done, and he said, oh, and I went on for another how many hours? I'm like, what the hell's going on there that I didn't know about? Pretty good if you need to get lots of listings done, I guess. Right, so what else was I saying? A little bit of what's... Oh, yeah, tiny little mini sauce as well. So, oh, well, this is hanging back here. After me saying you can't get anything for £1, I went somewhere out on the sticks. It's just one Chazza on the bus on Saturday, and it's not worth going as like a normal part of my route. And some of their stuff's gone sky high. It was weird, actually. You go in and there's like... They had some Tiffany-style lamps for... uplighter ones for, are they 30 quid each? A lot of prices like that as you went in, but then they have a pound rail. It's the only one I know of, I think, around this area. But I got this. This is for Connie. It is massive, but they're going to Euro Disney with family in February, and she was looking at Connie and Maud want to dress up as like Disney princesses, and she looked at adult Disney princess outfits. Or if anybody's got anything like that for sale, let me know. But they were like, she looked at new ones. They were like 70 quid or something. I said, well, why don't you try and make something up in the style of? So I picked this up the other day because I was thinking this is the colours of Cinderella, isn't it? And it's quite dressy. And also it's going to be freezing in February, so she might be able to do something with that. God knows what that is, CNC Couture, but yeah, got that for a squid. What's this? Absolutely. I was like, oh, I could start a Christmas jumper box now. And even before, like, I'd got to the till, I realised what ridiculousness that was. Because last year when I started a Christmas jumper box, between me, Connie and Maud, we'd kept them all. I didn't sell a single one. And of course, this is the same. I realised that I love it. Maud's already loves it. So yeah, little Next Baubles vintage retro ones for £1. Yes, please. Another thing so all of this stuff pretty much is going to be shared between me, Connie and Maud, because everyone's like, oh, I like that. So we'll have to wear it then. Just get stolen out of each other's wardrobes. Little Topshop quid, little crop stripy. That's good for the summer. Oh, this one was from somewhere else, actually. And it was reduced. This is Topman to £2.50. And I was like, oh, I love that for me as well. So this isn't much of a reselling haul. There is one to resell. I love that. So Connie hasn't seen it yet, mine. So that will be a battle. And then this one I actually picked up for resale. So I paid my bus fare. Paid £4 for this. It is mint velvet, which I wouldn't usually pick up, but it says, it is a nice red, and it looks orange there. Je suis en reverse, is that? I am a dreamer. I am a dreamer. So, oh, I don't know the smell of that. I don't know what that is. It smells like mothballs. It's a small, but yeah, so only paying for that is definitely within my get your money back and make at least a clear tenner. Yes. So that's my mini haul, I think, and my mini going out and my mini chat about sourcing. I'll just quickly catch up, and then I'm going to get ready I'm going to go out and start working on my So I've got that. So I've got to find 24 more bits this week. RJ, Christmas stock still selling. Yeah, people keep watching. I've got like a stack of vintage gold glass baubles in boxes, like a whole stack of them for 35 free ship. And people keep watching them, keep sending them offers out. But I think I'll have those till next year now. Hang on, I have. Let me just quickly catch up. Nina, get from bins and charity shops 3 for £1 near me. Oh, that's good. They used to have something like that in one of my locals when the either Connie or Maud were babies, and I got, what was the brand? Spun Sugar? No. There was some really amazing brand, and I got one of them, a little red, it's like Enjoy Milk or something, but in the style of the Coca-Cola, and I can't remember the brand, but it was a really expensive brand, and it was just in one of those little bins, 50p bins or something, but they don't do that anymore. And I spoke to the current manager in that shop, and I said, how come you never just clear stuff? And she said, oh no, that's not how we work in this one. We have to send all of our stuff to another shop. We can't reduce it that much. No, does she ever reduce? I don't think she ever reduces, it just goes to another shop. Junie, Kieran at Rummage Around was going to do, oh my God, what is this thing going on? 25 hours, one in March. We're just, no, thanks. So, great, but I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed twice in a day generally, so no way I could do that. Unless I've got artificial help. Limelight, he did 140 draft listings in 24 hours. Wow. God, that would keep me going for 6 weeks. Orders packed for RJ, well done. For 2 shops, Amazon, Etsy and Vinted. Well done, I'm very envious. You've seen how much I've got going out. Right, where am I? Shipping fun. Nina, I love that coat. Some people stopping getting in Disney for dressing up. You what? Stopping getting in Disney for dressing up, so tell her to be careful. What, you can't? You're joking? We need to look into. You're joking? That's something that people do, isn't it? Dress up as a Disney character and that's bizarre, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well, so it would be even better to try and go in the style of rather than an actual Disney outfit then, because usually you can buy the outfits in there as well. You can't say you can buy it, but you can't wear it. I have to check on that. That's bad, isn't it? No added sugar. Yes, that's what it was, wasn't it? Thank you, Lomi, and welcome. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Dave twice, me too. What have I missed? Not sure. Gosh, we need to check. Oh, because Maud's tiny. We were thinking she probably would fit into a kid's one, but we better check on that then. Thank you. Oh, here you go, Sam. I heard this. You can't go in costume, only inspired colours. Guess they don't want kids going off with the wrong people. Is that what it's to do with? I guess that would make. I bet it's more to do with some dodgy, because they want to make more money out of you while you're there, and if you haven't come in your outfit, you might buy one of theirs. I bet it's more a money-based. Well, that might be cynical. Well, yeah, but it's more of a money-based. Dave, sleep. Oh, twice. Yeah. I struggled this morning because I would have carried on until I did think, you need to actually get up, and it's Monday and you need to do some shit. Yeah, so thanks for letting me know about that. Yeah, that's yeah. So she can do the inspired. They both have to do the inspired. Disney equals money, definitely. I bet you it's a money making. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I'll be back next Monday. Nothing like Christmas happening in the next couple of weeks, is there? Good luck with your sourcing, good luck with your sales, and bye-bye, don't die.